Hello, y'all. Y'all see my hair? I'm about to take it out. And while I take it out, I'm going to talk to you. Like, if you are someone who feel like you're losing hope, you're not alone, okay? I'm going to see how it look if I take these twists out in the back. And if it's cute, we can do something with it and I can rebraid these. But if not, I don't know. Like a little kid. But if you're losing hope, like you just feel like God is taking too long, all these YouTube videos, oh, you're right where you're supposed to be. Blah, blah, blah. If you feel like, all right, that's not really cutting the cheese no more, you're not alone. I feel the same way. Sometimes those thoughts, they creep in. It just depends on how much energy you want to give them, you know. Because if you think about it, whatever you believe is your reality. Like, there was a time that you believed in Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. And so, to you, that was really real. Like, you really believed that a fairy was flying into your house and putting money under your pillow and taking your tooth when it was your parents. But to you, the Tooth Fairy was doing it. And so, if you choose to believe that, you know, you're taking God is taking too long or it's not gonna happen, then that is your reality. But if you believe that you're right where you're supposed to be, then you're right where you're supposed to be. And so you get to decide, you know, how you experience life. Like your belief changes the experience. Look how that's twisted out like that. I don't know. And so sometimes, like, it's just like, all right, Ruby, now I don't believe this. It's been 6 months. It's been a year. Nothing has changed. Now, that, that, my friend, do you believe that you were still where you're supposed to be? Or do you believe there's something that you're not doing that you need to be doing? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm also like excited at the same time because I'm like, if all these things didn't work out, that means I'm getting one step closer to what will work out. All these years that I haven't done what I wanted to do, those is it's just getting me closer, and I do feel that I'm growing, that I'm learning. Should I put this over here? Because I feel like I keep twisting my head this way. So there's that. Um, Currently, I guess we could talk about. Okay, so we're talking about how you think about things. One thing that really rocked my view on this is when my mom passed away, and they say, "Oh, what time things will get better? Oh, she's in a better place." All the things, which I mean, I guess I believed to some point, but in the notion of everything happens how it's supposed to happen, after reading some books about death and soul contracts and past life regressions, I really did like come to peace with like, no, her job was to, like, before we got here, like, I do believe like she knew that she was going to leave while I was young, and like part of her job was to teach me what she taught me, learn what she was supposed to learn, and get up out of here. Like, that is truly, it wasn't supposed to happen any other way, because if it did, if it was, then it would, right? And so I actually grew peace with that. Like, no, like, it's not personal. I'm making her life about me and how it affect me. But for her, she was supposed to come here, have 7 kids, do what she's supposed to do, and leave. And sometimes we forget that. And what if one of her main purposes was like, oh, that child Ruby, that child Jada, they're supposed to be stars, and I want to be the part of the story and birth them, and I want to give them the tools, the trauma, the lessons that are needed to make them who they're supposed to be. That could be true. And so believing that, it's just like, well, if God can take that, and as painful as her death was, and sometimes her existence, it was a part of the blessing it was a part of my story and how I was going to grow, how I was going to change. And I do think like there are certain like multiple realities exist, right? And so I could have became this angry. Why do I get out of breath when I take out my hair? I don't know. Like I'm running or something. I could become angry, bitter. I could have became depressed, which I think I did for a little bit. But it's a part of the plan, right? If you just know it's a part of the plan, but if you keep thinking it shouldn't have happened, that means you're fighting and you're resisting it, and you're gonna lose every time. So you might as well just accept whatever's happening. Um, I'm grieving right now. I'm grieving right now, and I'm grieving something that it's very painful, very, very, very painful. But oh no, this look, it's cute. These are cute. I wish I did the front, but this taking these out is going to be a different braid pattern. What if let me see. Can I make this bigger, you think? Maybe. And I'll rebraid these. Let me show you. Let me see something. So maybe, what I'm grieving right now, like, if I just accept it like that was supposed to happen, but I be fighting like, nah, that wasn't supposed to happen like that. I was drawing. I don't know. I don't like to talk about my personal life because I start to feel like I'm telling on myself, and too, like I said, I'm grieving, so some of this stuff I've said, don't charge me, charge my grief for my misunderstanding. But, yeah, I'm just supposed to believe that this is a part of the plan, it's a part of my growth. The lessons that came from losing everything that I've lost, everyone that I've lost, that's something I learn more and more about love each time. God damn. They say love, grief is love with nowhere to go. It's like love keep boomeranging back to me. Love keeps boomeranging back to me. God damn. It's like I get close to someone and boom. They disappear. They ghost me. Or I guess I scare them away. I scare me away sometimes. I was talking to someone and they was like, sometimes they want to get a break from themselves. I was like, me too. Sometimes I want to block myself. Like my emotions are too much sometimes. My anxiety's too much sometimes. I be having too much to say. Sometimes I just want to break, just like chill. I don't want to be all deep all the time. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't know. Feel what I'm feeling sometimes. Like sometimes I want to escape this body. I don't want to be right now. I don't want to be crying every day. I don't want to be breaking down. I want to break for me. But I gotta just let the feelings pass, accept the present moment, and do all the stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. I low key ate with this. I didn't even know I had 2-for-1 styles. Yeah, we're gonna separate these. We're gonna separate this. Come on. And yeah. What am I talking about in this video? I don't know. I'm taking out my hair. But yeah, I mean, I learned more and more about my life through others, through my relationship with others. You learn about your gifts through relationship with others. Like maybe, your teachers or people tell you like, oh, you should do this, or you're really good. Like they point out things about you didn't really know, you didn't really see, right? And sometimes people be trying to make me feel like they're like, girl, you're special, you're this, you're that. I'm like, really, I am? And you start to see like, oh, I am. Or sometimes I would just be like, are you just glazing right now? Like, I mean, I know I'm cool and all, but you making it seem like, And sometimes I do believe, like, they don't even know. Like, I know who I am. You don't even know. You don't even know. Like, I know I'm destined for greatness, honey. And it's all over that anointing is all over my life. And then when life be life, and I be like, where's the anointing? I don't feel it right now. Um, but yeah, maybe I'll do a video on grief, because that heartbreak, grief, do everything but die. You want to die, honestly. You do. You don't want to feel that. You want to die. You want that heart to stop, because every time it beats, it's painful. Okay. Ms. Mullen. I look like a little girl almost. I wish I had some bigger hoops. That would make me look a little older. But I'm not going to tease this too much because I ain't going nowhere today. So I'll just save it for in the future. And I'll redo these braids. I don't feel like doing that right now. At this point, these YouTube videos are just my diaries. At this point, it's like, what is going on with Ruby? What's Ruby talking about? What did I start this video talking about? I started talking about, oh, you feel like life is taking too long. Me too. Me too. But at the same time, no, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Yup, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm learning what I'm supposed to learn. And guess what? I'm learning patience. And I guess where I'm going to need a lot of it. So I'm learning what I'm supposed to learn. What else am I learning? When you don't have those things that you're asking for, whether it be the job, the relationship, the money, like when you don't have that, you're left with just you, and who do you think you are in the absence of those things? Because if you are not someone that you like, you getting those things is not going to change anything. If anything, they might amplify it. Because if you don't really like who you are, and you get in a situation where you have a job and it's requiring certain character traits and stuff, you're not going to be happy with that job. The money might amplify certain insecurities. The relationship might amplify or turn out horrible. And so it's just like, what I'm learning to do is to feel whole within myself without all these things that I desire, right? And that I could easily attach my identity to. I could easily attach my identity to my job. Well, I ain't working right now. I can attach my ability. Oh, I'm a mom. I ain't a mom right now. I ain't nothing right now. I'm just a Ruby. I'm a Ruby right now. So if I meet someone today, they say, oh, what do you do? I do me. I do me every day. I do me. I do Ruby. And I'm trying to build Ruby up right now. We're investing in Ruby. We're building in Ruby because everything is an investment. Job is an investment. Relationship is an investment. Your friendships are investments. And so when you don't have those things, invest in you and then see what happens. And as you start to invest in you and end up in certain places and certain rooms, see who you attract from that place. But I guarantee you, I know so many people who want to be in a relationship and aren't. And I know so many people who are in relationships and are not happy. So it's like, what are you rushing to get there for? And it's not the relationship. It's not the partner. It's them. It's like, you got to be happy with yourself. And I'm learning how to be happy with myself, by myself. And that starts with being kind, loving, and caring. I always, in my videos, when be kind, loving, and caring. When I first heard that, I was just like, but it's so simple. Be kind, loving, and caring to myself. I can find ways to do that. Find ways to be happy. I'm winning without all those things. Now, what I ain't doing is traveling. Like I want to travel, and I want a companion, and I wanted all those things. And so, if I'm where I'm supposed to be, which I talked about at some point in this video, then it's nothing to worry about. Like I'm on my way to it. But on the way there, I'm learning, and I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm pruning. Old structures are falling away, and I'm grieving. Oh my God, sometimes the life that you are asking for is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you certain dynamics and just things that can't go. And it might not even be relationships can't go, but it could be the person that you were in that relationship can't go. And that could be a relationship with your sister, your brother, your friend, That could be a relationship with a job or a company. It could be like a boyfriend. All of it. It might cost it and it might be painful. And yeah. I mean, I'll say that there was a version of me that existed maybe like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. And she had good intentions. She was just broken, though. She was like, she was just scared. She was anxious. She was stressed out about all these things, that she thought she needed to be something, right? And I spent a whole year trying to get this perfect job, trying to get all these things mapped out that I think that I should have in my life by a certain age or certain timeline, and it just wasn't happening. And even just being sure of myself and who I am, and even if I'm having dreams or anything like that, I wasn't not knowing how to trust that or allowing fear. I think fear will really it's gonna suffocate you every time. I don't even know why people give it a chance or give it room, but it's familiar if you grew up in a where that was normal, right? And sometimes fear can feel like love. It can feel like it's safe, but it's actually not. It's safer to be scared, right, than to be confident, because being confident requires someone you've never been before. Confident in yourself, confident that things will work out. And you don't know what that feels like, or you could do it for a little bit, but then you're like, oh, let me go back to being scared just in case something happens. And then they say, oh, well, you should be okay. You should have enough trust in yourself that if something bad does happen, you'll be okay. So you should never be scared. And Iyanla was saying, if you have trust issues, it's not that you have trust issues with the other person. It's always trust within yourself. And so, because if you trust yourself, then no matter who you encounter, whether they do something good or something bad, you trust yourself to be okay with it. Yeah, and so that was it. That's who I aspire to be. That's who I'm growing into, but that's not who I was. And so once everything has been taken away or fallen apart or ran away, it's I'm learning how to be okay, because I don't feel okay at times. And I'm like, okay, so what does okay look like? What does okay feel like? Not okay, we know how that feels. And it's okay, so what things can we do to make this okay? And maybe someone can relate and maybe someone can't, but I'm just telling my story, okay? So I'm learning that I don't know what this video is. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna title it, just take out my hair with me. And then I think one thing I'm struggling with is that how I end my videos: be kind, loving, and caring. Because if you were kind, loving, and caring to yourself, you would forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Forgive yourself for not choosing IT or not going to school to be a doctor or not doing something, choosing another career. Forgive yourself for not having everything figured out by now. Forgive yourself for acting out of fear. Forgive yourself for making a mistake. Forgive yourself for hurting someone's feelings. Forgive yourself. Why, the alternative to not forgiving yourself is to spend the next X amount of months, weeks in suffering and just that heaviness. And it's just that's something that I'm working on. I would wear my bracelets. I feel like I talked about this in a few videos. Today I kept it light. This says Chima, it's upside down, and it means God knows. God knows, right? And then this one, they upside down. Dio, can you see that? Gosh. Oh, whatever. You get the point. And that means joy arrives. And so, even when I don't feel like it, I put the energy of these braces on that God knows. He knows what I'm feeling. He knows what's ahead. He knows the purpose of all of this. And joy arrives. Joy is coming early in the morning. Joy is coming early in the morning. That's some song I got on my phone. So joy is coming, change gonna come. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. I need to listen to that tonight. What's been getting me through? If you guys want to know, Trader Joe's vanilla bean chantilly cake with bananas. It does it for me. Trader Joe's spicy Cheeto Crunches. They've been doing it for me. I tried this from Trader Joe's too. I tried these today. I'll probably go back tomorrow and get some more dark chocolate almond butter cups. But they have the little bucket of them. And I didn't want to get the bucket because I never had it before. So I was like, let me get a little sample. Yeah, running, walking, journaling, this. But yes, life can feel empty at times, or you can feel like you're not you. That's what it is. Holy Ghost. You feel like you're not you, or you feel like you're not something because you don't have these things to identify with. But the reality is you're not those things. Like, you're the thing, you do those things, but you're not those things. And so you got to learn how to like you as you. Like, I got to learn to like myself and like what I do and like my life without things to identify with or things to consume my time and distract me from me. And one of the things that I used to do, I didn't realize it, but I used to spend a lot of time on the phone. I was talking to like 7 people in a day sometimes, and I'm just like keeping up with all these storylines, all these people. And I'm talking because I care, but like if you think about it, I'll be on the phone, I'll start talking to this person from 9 to 10, and this person, and it's like 3 o'clock. I'm like, what'd you do today? I was like, I talked on the phone, applied to some jobs. But it's like, I spent all that time in everybody else's story and lives, and not that much time with myself. So I mean, it's weird. Like, I can talk to myself sometimes, but it's an adjustment. Yeah, honestly, this is just a therapy vlog. Maybe I'll do a series like therapy with Patrice, like, and it's me giving myself therapy. And it's like, I'll explain something that sounds like, oh, she needs help, but then I'll give an encouraging message to kind of balance it out. And it's like, okay, are you actually applying that? Or, I don't know. But I'm gonna get off. It's been 22 minutes. Pray for me if you are going through a season similar to mine, or trying to figure out your identity or your worth without certain titles or certain things. You're not alone. Just try to, like, let's say if none of those things ever come and you're in your last 3 days of life. How are you going to love your life? How are you going to love yourself? How are you going to go out with these last 3 days, these last 3 weeks? If you're in your last 3 months and the job ain't coming, the this ain't coming, that, how are you going to spend your days? You're going to spend it outside. You're going to spend it eating good food. You're going to spend it talking to your loved ones. Do all that and see what happens. See, I be flipping light switch back and forth with I'll be like, yes, but then sometimes I get a little irritated. So I started to get off. I'm getting tired. Be kind, loving, and caring to yourself and others. I don't know if you like this video, like it, just comment, give a word of encouragement to myself or other people. But yeah, I need to do a video about loss. You see, I'm dressed in black. Like, I actually need to put on all. Oh, I do have on all black. I need to talk about that. Yo, like, heartbreak, you do everything but die. That's why I need to go, because now I'm just talking crazy. All right, be kind, loving, and caring to yourself and others. Peace out. They probably like, this girl crazy. And I might be. Run to my family. Come on.